Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. Welcome to the Big T today. And it is indeed a happy Friday because A, live racing returns to Maryland, first time since June, and B, we open our stand here at Timonium, the Big T racing in Timonium at the Maryland State Fair. My name is Frank Vespi. I am joined to my left by Dave Rodman, the voice of Timonium, the voice of Maryland racing, voice of the Preakness. Man, your voice must be tired.
And a good 2.7 pickleball player.
And a good 2.7 pickleball player.
I don't know why I wasn't invited to the Saratoga pickleball extravaganza they're having up there on Monday.
Well, if I'd been in charge, you would have been.
Well, you know, they probably saw my rating. Anyway, A, B, what's C? There's got to be a C.
There's got to be a C. Well, are you ready for the wafting aroma of corn dogs and racing past the Ferris Allen wheel?
Yep, ready for a big weekend at Timonium. Lots of activities as usual, along with the state fair here at Timonium. We got two pick fives with 12% takeout. Same format as Laurel. If you watch Maryland racing, with carryover potential each of the pick fives. College Day is coming up, so if you know someone with a good aptitude.
It's all about the aptitude.
It's all about the aptitude.
That's tomorrow, aptitude day.
Aptitude for handicapping as well. Maybe you can polish that up here at College Day at the races.
And tomorrow is also our featured stake is the Shine Again Stakes for fillies and mares. We'll be talking a lot about that. Next Friday, going to induct two horses into the Maryland Thoroughbred Hall of Fame right here at the Big T. So that'll be a lot of fun. A lot of things that we got to do, but the first thing we got to do is handicap some races here, Dave. We got a 9-race program on tap today, 10 tomorrow, big 10-race program tomorrow. But we'll start today, race 1. We've got exacta trifecta double, and as you just mentioned, that early pick 5 12% takeout starts right here in race 1. 5,000 never win 2 claimer going a mile and a 16th. That is 3 turns here at the Big T. Dave, we're in similar places.
Yeah, I like the 5 Cloud Forest in here. And speaking of clouds, not a cloud in the sky that I see here at Timonium. Good weather to start the Timonium meet here. What is the temperature outside right now? It's a good, no, it's not 85.
It could not be nicer than it is.
No, it's
if you have
68.
the option, you need to get out here right now because the weather is
We have
perfect.
to give you the weather shot.
Yes, 76 degrees. There you go.
Make sure
24.4 Celsius.
Oh, okay. And winds out of the northeast right there below, right through the Ferris Allen wheel on the far turn. Yeah, we landed pretty much similar spots here. I went 5-3-2-4. Honestly, I really think the exact is 5-3-3-5. Probably not going to pay very much. Cloud Forest from Anthony Farrier's barn actually has my top dog fig by 2 points on the race 2 back at the Mountain of all places. Ran best race in recent races for Farrier at the Mountain. Only Ben Farrier, it's coming to Farrier's barn from Jack Hurley. Prior to that was in Ray Handel's barn. But in the last 3, Mountain was his best race, and he's probably going to be on the chase, I think, Frank, of number 3, I Feel Bad for You, Son. That's your top pick, and I can see now with the 1 out, the 7 out, maybe the pace being kind of a crawl, and that's going to help the chances of I Feel Bad for You, Son, who 3 back ran against a hot horse right now in 2025. It's Freedom Stance, who's won 3 of 4 starts this year. He's got good early speed, so break from the gate's going to be key.
Yeah, and out of that last race, he sort of an okay 5th. Of the top 4 to run back, we got a win, a 2nd, and a 3rd. So that's coming back looking like a pretty good heat for I Feel Bad for You, Son. J.D. Acosta, he's a good gate rider. He's a pretty much a bull ring champ. So pretty good combination of factors there leaning me towards the 3. I go 3-5-4, you go 5-3-2-4. I had actually liked the 1 who was scratched in this spot, but
yeah,
it does me no good.
Well, he did have a little bit of early foot that might have put a little bit of heat on I Feel Bad for You, Son, but that runner's out. Same with the 7, Duke of Dooley, who's flashed some upfront speed, but again, that horse out, and I probably should have changed the pick here. I'll go 5-3-2 and 4.
All right, on to race 2. The second race is Maiden 5000s, another mile and a 16th. Again, 3 turns. You're going to take out the 5. Dancing Dakota is a scratch, which was my top selection, Dave. Not anymore.
Oh, so you got Mapped to the Moon. You just defaulted into that, or you like this horse? Or you
I went 5-4-6. Now I got 4-6. 2.
Oh, okay. So 4-6-2. I went to the 6 here, Liberation Day. The Charlestown Shipper for Michael Jones. Last 2 races, 5th and 4th, but beaten by favorites in that race. The winner, Unbridled Brittany, a 90-cent to $1 favorite. A 1-2 favorite prior to that on July 25th. Can I Get a Witness, who parlayed that maiden 12-5 win into a non-winners of 2 victory next time out. So face 2 favorites and a couple of sharp horses. Right now, I think this horse has a little bit of an advantage over this field, considering the company she's. I've seen Map to the Moon run so many times. It's kind of, I haven't found a legit excuse for her yet. 7-5 on the morning line. I'm willing to take a little stab against her here.
Yeah, I mean, you could pretty much take a stab against any of these. And as you noted, I defaulted into this horse. I was trying to beat her, end up with her after all. She's probably the speed here. I was stretching out from sprint distances to a route. So she'll probably go to the front and then see what happens next. You're not going to get paid, but might win anyway.
Feel the Bolt's kind of a horse that chased a bit at Laurel, but got done chasing that runner when she couldn't beat APM Notion. I forget, what did he pay, a bundle, more than $100 to win that particular day. Kind of an even pace type filly she is, right? And this bull ring's not going to do much of any favors in this spot. If the race does fall apart up front, yeah, she'll be making that kind of an optical illusion close into the race. But I'll go Liberation Day up top, number 6. Liberation Day, and if you win, no tariff. No tariff on your winnings.
I like it.
Okay.
All right, race 3, $5,000 beaten claimers, going a half mile here. The 1-turn dash here at the Big T, the 4 furlong race, sort of our specialty, I'd say, Dave.
And I think this horse is going to be a real short price. She's a gem, our top pick.
I think you could be right. Dropping out of an allowance for Claudio Gonzalez. I feel like there's a good amount of speed in this race, although you are going to take out a little of it because the 5 is out. But
well, I think she's the speed of the speed. I really do.
So?
I mean, and visually from watching her run at Laurel, I think she is. Second race back after the layoff, and to discount that race, good stat for Claudio. And Claudio, with this particular rider, Angel Morales, past 5 years, 7 for 27 together, and a positive ROI at 298. So go to Jock.
Yeah. Wow, look at you. Look at Dave Rodman.
I know. I had to think of something to say.
You can't get this anywhere else. You can only get it from
That's
the
all I
Rodman.
have. I didn't do anything past the third race. It's all up to you. All right.
You're on your own now, huh, pal? Anything else you want to say? We both used the one a little bit here. Arrivederci arrives on a 2-race heater for Jerry Brooks. First time in the Brooks barn. Angel Cruz in the irons. Angel Cruz, a former leading rider here at the Big T a couple years ago.
Which are you talking about?
Arrivederci, the one horse.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't number her up, really, in this spot. Jerry Brooks always takes a crack at Timonium, right? Always brings horses in, sometimes surprises me, and sometimes beats me as well. But, yeah, she's got some early speed at Fort Erie, at Hawthorne as well. And when I say speed to speed by She's a Gem, I think she's going to be close to perhaps whoever tries to go. Harmonizing's pretty quick, Arrivederci, but I think she's pretty quick-footed on herself and good striking range by the time they pass the Ferris wheel around the far turn.
All right. You want to say anything about your second choice, Harmonizing, for Hugh McMahon, Jorge Hernandez?
Yeah, kind of a numbers fit, although, the best numbers for this filly from me have come back in December of 2024 back at the Penn National. Kind of tailed off a little bit lately. Again, she's going to be part of the pace factor in this race. That's their really only option, right, going a half mile to use her early speed to their advantage.
All right, 4162 for me, 4217 for Mr. Rodman. On to the fourth race. Again, beaten 5,000 claimers. Is everybody still in this race?
Yeah,
Christmas
no
miracle.
Look
Look at that. Going a mile here. And, Dave, I'm going to go bombs away in this spot.
Okay. I mean, I don't blame you because, honestly, my top dog fig in here is looking for water, but I really can't trust this mare with a lack of early speed. She's kind of a come from off the pace type, a lot of seconds, a lot of thirds. I couldn't get her there or maybe project a pace fast enough to get her there. So you went to the 3. Flinty-Tin, the old gate to wire. Try it.
Flinty-Tin is
1 for 1 at the Big T.
Has one here, which we like. The Ferris Allen barn was 3 for 5 here last year, so they liked it here.
Okay.
This horse projects as the speed of the speed in a race without a lot of speed. So you need to get paid if you land on this horse. 15-1 on the morning line. Maybe she gets loose and maybe she gets brave on the lead and forgets to stop. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I mean, this race is a kind of a race you might want to search for a price. My top selection is not a price, but I do believe that Genie in a Bridle is perhaps going to be a little overbet here. So that's the reason to maybe look around for someone else. I think she's just going to be folks are going to be attracted to the fact that she's dropping in here for the nickel. She has past races that would do, but I've seen some of the recent races this year that really have disappointed me. So I went to number 6, Divine Exchange, as the top pick. Gone for Claudio again, looking for back-to-back wins at Claudio Barn, claimed for $7,500. 2 races at Monmouth, coming here to Maryland. That race 3 back would put her right in the picture when Tori Alba rode her. And guess what? It's Angel Cruz this afternoon, but I think that her number projects her close enough to Flinty-Tin, near the pace to stalk and pounce around the far turn, going that 3-turn mile.
All right, man. Well, maybe we'll just have to have a little side wager on this one, Dave.
I don't think she'll be ahead of Flinty-Tin, but the stalk and pounce. Yeah. The other horse I kind of was interested in as a price here is number 2, Majesty's Freedom, 12-1 on Keith Fustel's morning line. Sprint, Charlestown, though they are 2 turns, but now the 3-turn route. Bobby Leaf Jr., sharp trainer when it comes to dirt routes, good return on investment, and I like that race at Charlestown back in April, where there's been a winner out of that race who ran a number that would be good enough to beat this field. Kind of a search and dig angle on the dog figs,
you
right?
You are searching and digging a little bit.
A 72 dog number, and the top pick, my top pick, has basically like a upper 60, 69, and I don't know, maybe it is looking for Waters Day, right? Maybe it's trying to get around this. But Genie in a Bridle, a lot of play, probably not worthy of a short price. looking for water, kind of a deep closer. A lot of ways to go. Spread, if you're playing the pick 4, the pick 5 in here. Good race for an exacta box, maybe to get the favorite off the board.
Yep. No, this is a pretty wide open heat here. Everybody stays in, so that's always good. And 3746 for me, 6247 for Dave. On to the fifth race. Fifth race concludes the early pick 5 and starts the late pick 5. So late pick 5, 12% takeout starts right here in race 5. This is a maiden special weight going 6.5 furlongs for 3-year-olds and up. You're going to take out the 1 Joel's Boy, going to take out the 4 Long Straw. Everybody else remains in, Dave, and again, we're reasonably similar, although my top choice is at the bottom of your super. I go with Brother Bobo on top.
You must know something.
I know nothing.
You
should know that by now.
The works for this horse, your top pick, by the way, extend back to last year. The horse had been working last year.
Yeah, September.
I'd like to know something about those works last year that will sway you, because to me they're all on the slow side. But there's got to be a reason to like him, right? I mean,
well, so I landed. I don't really like the horses that have already run.
You don't like the layoff horse. The 5. Yeah.
I mean, he's been away for a long time.
Yeah.
Look, can he win? Of course he can win, and he's going to be the favorite. And that's the thing. I didn't really want to take 7-5 or lower, which he will be lower now with the scratches, on a horse that hasn't raced in 13 months.
Additional workout for your horse, by the way, Brother Bobo, July 4th. Laurel, half mile, 50 2/5 breezing from the gate. So that's not a bad work, really, when you can compare it to his.
Three of his 4 siblings to race ran first or second on debut, including one winner. So there's a little bit of win early.
I don't know. That was given to me as a late work, but the work is actually published, so I don't know what. I just read what they tell me. If it's on the teleprompter, I read it. Anyway, so that's not a big surprise.
War Dancer's not a great first out sire, but he's about an average dirt sire. So
I tried to search for that. War Dancer, I said, get him there, War Dancer. He's 7%. War Dancer, the sire, 6 for 81, the first-time starters, according to Daily Racing Form Formulator.
He's not a great first-out sire, but again, this is another race where I was just kind of hunting. I don't love the horses that have already run, so that gets you somewhere else. Now, you land on Liam's the Great.
Oh, Captain Obvious here is going to give you Liam's the Great. Hasn't raced since summer 2024. Now in the Troy Singh barn, gets Lasix for the first time, but if you really just look at the company lines, obviously he's going to be favored, and his best race should win. Faster Gator, Studley Do Right, Fire Pit.
Yeah, he caught some tough runners
as a 2-year-old, but has been off a long time, but has some works, including the old July 29 Bullet, whatever. So, that's the reason for play. If you do want to beat him, I got another first-time starter in here that just might do it. Of the firsters, I prefer the 2 Teddy P, whose 2 siblings won first time out. The July 11th work at Laurel was 49 from the gate. What was it, 30? I can't read I wrote over it there. 34 workouts that particular morning, something like that. I'll find out in a second. Yep, 24, and there were only 6 gate works that morning. So when you compare it work to work from the gate, that wasn't a bad work for Teddy P. Rudy Salomon, and more spirit. Not a flashy first-time starter stat either, but I went for the 9% first-time stat by more spirit versus the 7% for War Dancer. But the family kind of swayed me. 2 siblings did win first out, and the gate work pretty decent there back on July the 3rd. And Angel Cruz up, breaking to the inside, but it's not a half mile. It's 6.5 furlongs, so perhaps the horse will have enough positional speed to stand behind or get behind Liam's the Great should he decide to go.
Yeah,
I think he's the major danger here to this 5, but you went 3.
I went 3.
I went
2.
I went chalk.
Yep.
All right.
Good enough. All right, on to race 6, $5,000 claimers.
Got to go to a commercial break. They tell me it's time to pay the bills.
Time to pay the bills. On to
yeah.
a commercial break. Nobody told me. There'll be days like these. Okay.
Okay.
Semi-quincentennial. It stands for something very powerful. 2.5 centuries of legacy, of civic spirit, and people striving to serve, include, and inspire. The Maryland 250 Commission honors that legacy. So as we mark the semi-quincentennial, we know that the next chapter is ours to write. Happy 250th, America, and here's to the next 250 together.
Well, we just learned something in that commercial, Dave.
What was that?
Specifically, that 250 is a semi-quincentennial. I never even heard of that before.
Wow. Okay. I'll have to look it up.
Come on. All right, on to race 6, $5,000 claimers, going 6.5 furlongs here. Last pick 4 of the day starts in race 6. Going to take out the 2, turns and conditions, and the 3, a few too many, leaving a field of 5. Dave Rodman.
Once in a semi-quincentennial, I hit a pick 5. How's that? Application,
Maybe it's today.
Application of the word.
Yes, vocabulary test will follow the races today.
All right, so we went to Pudge Boy Palace.
Yes,
huh? Okay, all right. Well, J.D. Acosta had 3 calls in the race, and he goes to Pudge Boy Palace. On the drop to the nickel, a horse that I have found a little hard to trust in the past, to be honest with you.
Be honest with me.
Has been scratched at the gate, going the way back, but it comes off of a 5th place finish where he was taken back, and then we haven't seen him since. Now he drops in for the nickel. Even more reason to pause the cause here, but I said, well, just as the sake of the best horse, I'm picking him on top. But if you're looking to beat him, how about Mr. Mox? How about Mr. Mox, 1-for-1 at Timonium? And look who's in town, Giron Barbosa.
I
on
did
Mr.
not
Mox.
get to Mr. Mox.
Okay, but he's got speed, and he might use it today.
He does, and he has lots of bull ring experience. He's won here, and he's won at Charlestown, and been racing mostly at Charlestown. So he's got plenty of. I wasn't as worried about the drop in class for Pudge Boy Palace because it's really a drop back to a level he's basically been at. They kind of tilted at windmills a couple times with him. Now dial him back to kind of where he was. So that didn't bother me. Corrales, the trainer, has a positive ROI coming off the bench.
Well, he was dialed back off the pace last time out. You see the short comment. And
taken back,
from
taken
the
wide.
boys upstairs.
Yes, indeed.
So we call it dial back, taken wide. All right, so Pudge Boy Palace, again, a horse is a little bit untrustworthy, but his best race to me wins, and Beach Cowboys is going to get a lot of play as well. Mr. Mox, I think, is kind of upsetter, and I really couldn't come up with anything else. I mean, I think it's A or B. You're going to try to beat this horse, or you're just going to go with it for Pudge Boy Palace.
Yeah. I mean, the other horse that you haven't mentioned is the other Corrales, Barron's Legacy, the 5 horse. 3rd time off the bench, dropping in company after a pretty good try in a sort of a hybrid, an unusual hybrid condition at Delaware Park.
I might have overlooked this horse because his best race of my numbers come right here at Timonium, August of last year behind John's Promise. Okay. The other Corrales.
The other Corrales. I use both Corrales. Corrales? Is that how you say that?
Corrales is.
Yes, you use one of them. I go 1, 4, 5. You go 1, 6, 4, and 7.
Yeah.
On a race 7, maiden 25,000, 2-year-old fillies. Everybody remains in. The 2-horse Soul Stealer is 2 pounds overweight, so going to carry 118. Otherwise, no changes here. A lot of first-timers. Your guess good as mine, Dave.
Well, I'm just going to go for the gate work there, August 15th at Charlestown on Lucky Liz, the second best gate work of the morning out of a handful of gate works. I'm assuming this Connect filly has some early speed, so there's a little work discovery in progress for a filly by Connect out of Ordain. A couple of siblings have won. So not a complete stab, but there's some things that point in her direction in here. Another horse, first-time starter, with some things pointing in the direction of a possible first out win is Blind Love by Irish Warcry out of G's Treasure. That makes her a half-sister to 5-time winner G's Fireball. Best lifetime dog, 81, which is a pretty smoking dog.
That's a good dog, Fig.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the two of Blind Love's 3 siblings to race finished in the triple first time out. Irish Warcry, 11% first out. That's about average. The Rob Barn does pretty well. They're about 16%, 2-year-olds first time out in Maiden Claiming Company. One thing I think you didn't mention on the 4 lucky lists, but another point in her favor, Boca Chica's here for the mount. That's Farrier's go-to rider. Comes from Charlestown. I mean, he's riding some others as well, but Farrier's got 2 in here. Boca lands on that one, generally a good sign.
I think with a clean break, it's a really nice draw here, right in the middle of the pack, right? You'd think if this horse does have early speed, you're always worried about breaking down inside there unless you're a super speed ball. I did a little bit of back research because in between pickleball games on the one post at Timonium last year, and it's okay, right? I mean, we've had a good share of winners, a few beaten favorites, but it's not a complete toss, that quick half-mile draw, but I prefer that kind of middle draw, assuming that she doesn't get any crunch time from fillies on their inside
and out.
Yeah, that's you got to worry with firsters or 2-year-olds in general.
One other horse that we both use a little here that I just want to briefly mention is Don't Do It, the one horse from Mike Gorham. Roll Maina going to ride. None of this horse's siblings have finished in the triple first time out, 6 to race, so that's obviously a negative. Interesting thing, though, Code of Honor, new young sire, 3 of his 12 runners won their first time out so far, so possibly off to a good start there for that young sire, so might be something to keep an eye on there.
All righty, on to race 8. And my original top 4 picks in here, by the way, all scratched. So it left me with 4 other horses, so I had to use those 4. How do you like that?
I love it.
What are the odds?
All right, so you're going to take out the 1A, Kickstartness, the 2, Hey Chief, the 5, Ferrari Kid, the 6, Morning Thoughts. Morning Thoughts was my top selection, not anymore. I end up landing on the 1, whoever's left, Kernus, the 1 entry, the Ness horses. When he's got an entry and he scratches one of them, the remaining one is pretty much always live.
Well, they both had early speed, right? So they're probably going to save Kickstartness for another day. Kernus could do the job here, but going to be a super short price. I mean, that's pretty obvious on paper. I'm not going to try to convince you otherwise. Blinkers, though, back on number 4, Speak Unity. Barbosa comes. Horses running a couple of jump races at Colonial. Should be plenty fit. And top number back at Laurel on the grass and at Presque Isle as a beaten favorite would be close in here. So if there's any stumble by Kernus in today's form, Speak Unity. The other one, Southern Horse, Midnight Renegade. At least I don't project to have much early speed, so they're going to be far back of these 2. Could be kind of a merry-go-round here, 1-4.
All right, we're both in the precise same location on race 8, and that gets us to the nightcap, race 9, maiden 25, 2-year-old fillies going a half mile. So again, with the 1-turn dash, going to take out the 2, I'm a Material Girl, take out the, I'm sorry, don't take out, but the 5 one-hit wonders, 2 pounds over. And did you have something else on the 8 horse, Dave, that I'm missing? Is that horse 1
the
pound
8
over?
is just a quick overweight, 1 over. That was a late overweight. 8 is 1 over, if that factors into your numbers for a first-time starter.
Well, you never know, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this one, Dave, we're kind of all over the place here. You're going to go with Run, Dora, Run for Claudio Gonzalez.
Yeah, Angel Cruz had several calls in the race. Final engagement, Holy Storm, chooses the Claudio horse. Of course, Claudio with a lot of horses and rides for Claudio, so that's probably the obvious thing. A 2-year-old first-time starters, 2 by Motown, are 12% first out. I mean, just searching for clues again with firsters in there. So I put the tilt here to Cruz's first call of 3, Run, Dora, Run, going that quick half mile. Warm up the bus, though. against Barboza for Farrier, and you went to the 3 last gift. Experience might count, or was it the just filtered running line in debut at Laurel?
Corrales has a very good record going maiden special and maiden claiming, which he's doing with this Mosler filly. She hadn't shown a ton, but she has shown some early lick, which is helpful. And she's caught a couple of tough runners. She caught Just Filtered, who's 2 for 2 and is expected to go 3 for 3 this weekend in a little stake down at Colonial. She caught Dreaming of Alice, who got sold out of that debut race and sent to the West Coast. So she's caught a couple of tough runners in these heats. Probably in a maiden 25, isn't going to see anything quite like that.
Yeah, I mean, I can see the point. Experience, company line there. Used the 1 in the mix, final engagement. Carlos Lopez aboard Cruz. The first-time starters by Engage have yet to engage the winner's circle, which I think is kind of bad news for the horse that Hammy Smith has named after me, Rosamond Call. He's by Engage, so I'm rooting for Engage.
Okay. Yeah.
But today could be the day, and Bullet works. Barnett can get him ready first out, no doubt. I looked at the 2. Oh, the 2's out, right? So I was going to have not a negative note, but just a note for down the line. I can see maybe why they didn't run her here, maybe a little longer later. Just FYI information on a scratched horse. The second dam was turf long, very long. So that ain't happening.
Do we have a pedigree dog fig on that horse?
No, I just looked. I just saw that the dam, nothing but the second dam was long on the lawn, but doesn't really matter. She's not running anyway. All right.
That it for you?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a semi-quincentennial.
We're kicking off the semi-quincentennial here at the Big T, and we are 29 minutes to post. Race 1, Timonium coming up. Dave, you'll be hearing all day. I'll be back in 15 with Mackenzie Pfeiffer to go over the first race. 29 to post. Good luck, everybody.
It changes in about 9 minutes or so if you want them. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Timonium. 23 minutes to post time. Temperature in the mid to upper 70s. Light winds out of the northeast, 10 miles per hour. Through the Timonium grandstand today. People enjoying the weather here at the State Fair. 9 races on the card, and the track is fast. Here's a look at your Timonium program changes. First race, scratch the 1, Opportunity Woo. Scratch the 7, Duke of Dooley. 1 and 7 out of the first. Second race, scratch 5, Dancing Dakota. Second race, scratch 5. Third race, scratch 5, Love the Sauce. 5, Love the Sauce, out of race 3. Fourth race. No changes in the fourth. In the fifth race, scratch 1, Joel's Boy. Scratch the 4, Long Straw. Work out July 4th for Brother Bubba number 3. Half mile 50 and 2 breezing from the gate at Laurel. Sixth race, scratch the 2. Terms and conditions. Scratch 3, A Few Too Many. Seventh race, 2 Soul Stealers, 2 over. Eighth race, scratch 1A, part of the entry Kickstartness, 2 Hey Chief. 5 Ferrari Kid, and the 6 Morning Thoughts. 1A, 2, 5, and 6 out of race 8. Ninth race, scratch number 2, I'm a Material Girl. 5 One Hit Wonders, 2 over. 8 Warm Up the Bus, 1 over. Track is fast, 21 minutes to post time.